Same grit rating, same 600 on the box, same intended use, but these two stones do not leave the same edge, and the difference is bigger than you would expect. In this video, I'll put both stones under the microscope, look at the diamonds, look at the sketch pattern they leave on steel, and show you exactly how they differ and what that means for your sharpening. Before any measurements, there is something worth pointing out under the microscope. The Atoma has more depth to the diamond layer than the Sharpal. The clearest way to show this is with two microscope images of the same diamond cluster on the Atoma. No focus stacking, just two single shots taken at different focal planes. In the first image, some particles are sharp and others are blurry. In the second, the ones that were blurry come into focus and the previously sharp ones go soft. That shows that the particles are not all sitting at the same height. There is vertical structure to the surface. The point is just that the Atoma diamond layer has measurable depth and the Sharpal does not show it as clearly. So on to the particle measurements. For the Atoma, I took 5 microscopic images across the surface and measured individual particles directly. I did about 180 measurements on both stones, so the Sharpal numbers come from a previous video, but it is captured under the same protocol. There are two things worth pulling out of this table separately, because they are doing different things. First, the size. The Atoma is larger, it has a higher mean, higher maximum, and the Sharpal is smaller. That is the size difference between them. The Sharpal has a mean of 22, and the Atoma has a mean of 27. So neither stone is right or wrong, they just operate at different scales. Second, the variance. This is where the data corrects an assumption I had going in. I expected the Atoma to have much broader spread, with bigger particles, more variation, more uneven distribution. But the numbers do not back that up. The Sharpal standard deviation is 4 microns, and the Atoma also has a standard variation of 4 microns. But as a percentage of the mean, that means that the Sharpal actually comes out slightly higher. So it has 17% variation, versus 15% variation on the Atoma, and less, of course, is better. The proportional spread is essentially the same on those stones, with, of course, the Sharpal marginally less tight. Both stones also produce a few outliers, so those are particles that sit well above their own average. 3 on the Sharpal in our dataset and 2 on the Atoma. The biggest Sharpal outlier reaches about 50% above its mean, and the biggest Atoma outlier reaches about 47% above its mean. So even on outlier behavior, the two stones are essentially mirror images of each other at different scales, of course. What this means is that on paper, the two stones look statistically very similar, almost the same. Same kind of distribution shape, same proportional spread, similar outlier behavior. The only real difference is particle size. The Sharpal operates smaller and the Atoma operates larger. That's not a quality difference, it is a scale difference. Because smaller particles will produce smaller sketches and bigger particles will produce a coarser cut, of course, with bigger sketches. Whether that makes one better depends on what you are actually trying to do. Just for reference, the Sharpal publishes particle size at 25 microns for their 600 grit, and the Atoma does not publish a micron value as far as I'm aware, but the measured range fits a 600 mesh diamond classification. Apart from that, of course, diamonds are scattered across the whole surface on the Sharpal, and the Atoma uses diamond clusters, so it's not the whole surface that has diamonds on it, as you can see in the pictures. Here is the Sharpal. As you can see, it's dense, it has fine parallel scratches running edge to edge. I took images from different parts of the edge and also from both sides. When I sharpen with alternating passes, I do a pass on the right hand side of the stone and then I do another pass with the other side of the knife on the other side of the stone. So this shows that the stone is cutting the same way everywhere. As you can see, I did a rather poor job at keeping my angle consistent. Sorry about that. So here we can see the Atoma. Also dense parallel scratches running edge to edge, and the pattern is also consistent across locations and across both sides of the edge. So the same validation outcome, the stone is cutting the same way wherever you look. So both stones leave dense parallel sketches. The Atoma sketches are wider, which fits the bigger diamonds. To my eye, however, the Sharpal pattern looks a little bit cleaner. It looks straighter, fewer broader grooves standing out. You may or may not see that, and some viewers will look at these and read it as pure scale difference and nothing more. So if the Sharpal does look cleaner and is indeed a little bit cleaner, the particle measurements do not explain it. The variance is essentially the same on both stones. So if there is a real cleanliness difference, it is coming from somewhere outside the particle data. So there might be three plausible reasons. So as you know, the Sharpal uses diamonds across the entire working surface, continuous coverage, and the Atoma uses raised cluster with bare metal between them. So one reason may be this clustered layout itself. So the Atoma delivers the cut in pulses. So there is cluster, gap, cluster, gap. So, and those spaced clusters can leave heavier marks where each cluster engages. Second explanation, diamond protrusion height. The Atoma diamonds may simply sit at a higher level above the plate than the Sharpal diamonds. So regardless of clustering, higher protruding particles cut more aggressively because more load concentrates on each engaged tip. And the third one is wear state. The Atoma in this comparison is new, and the Sharpal has had, I think, 30 or 40 sharpenings on it. So the diamond plates wear in over their lifetime, and the highest, sharpest tips break or flatten first, and the surface settles into its long-term cutting character. So some of what we are seeing as Atoma is more aggressive could be Atoma is just fresher. So these three possibilities are not mutually exclusive. They could all be contributing at the same time in some combination. What we can say is that the difference is not in the diamonds themselves, it is in how they are mounted, exposed, or worn. So what does quality actually mean here? There are two ways to read these stones, and each gives a clean answer. If quality means a more uniform finish, finer sketches, smaller scale pattern, Sharpal wins. Not because it is statistically more uniform than the Atoma in proportional terms, because it is definitely not, but because smaller particles produce smaller sketches, and at a smaller scale, the pattern reads as cleaner to the eye. If quality means cutting performance, material removal, depth of engagement, aggressiveness, Atoma wins. Bigger diamonds and more depth in the abrasive layer, that means more aggressive cut and faster work. Both stones do what their build implies. They are different stones for different jobs. If you want the cleanest finish at this grit, or use it as a finishing stone, the Sharpal is the better stone. If you want the more aggressive, faster cutting stone at this grit, use it as an intermediate stone in your progression, then the Atoma might be the better tool. So same grit rating, but two different stones. There is perhaps a methodological lesson as well. So the particle data tells you scale, but the bond pattern tells you behavior. If you measure the diamonds on a stone, you can predict the scratch pattern. Smaller diamonds, smaller scratches, that part is reliable. What particle measurement does not tell you is how those diamonds are arranged on the plate. And on this comparison, that arrangement is doing more work than anything else. That is still useful because particle measurement is much easier than scratch pattern analysis. If you want to know roughly how fine or coarse a stone is going to cut, the abrasive will tell you. But to predict how a stone actually behaves at the edge, you have to look at the surface as a whole. Is it continuous versus clustered, flat versus raised, even diamond exposures versus uneven? That is a different kind of measurement. And on this comparison, it turned out to matter more than the particles themselves. Particle measurement does not tell you everything. It doesn't tell you how aggressive a stone will feel, how fast it will remove material, or how it will hold up over time. The Atoma cuts faster than the Sharpal, and that is not predicted by particle size alone. It is predicted by how those particles are mounted, how high they sit above the bond, and how the stone is built. So in conclusion, grit rating is not a reliable predictor of scratch pattern, but abrasive structure is. So if you like this video, please subscribe. There is also another video related to this. You can click it on the screen, or you can just watch some of my other sharpening content. See you guys later.